We know that a lot of candidates are out there applying for positions when it comes to HIM. We have people who are looking for jobs, and the recruiters, directors, managers, hiring supervisors, they're looking for specifics. Hey influencers, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nkechi. So I'm back at you with another great video about 5 things that are my top tips to make sure you are prepared for your next interview. So if you want to know what they are, keep watching. So let's jump right into it. First thing is your resume. Your resume has to be on point, because when I see a resume that is not on point, that candidate has a lower chance of getting the position. And this is for any hiring manager. I've seen a lot of resumes from candidates that I would like to interview, and they're kind of high level, bulleted, not enough information, not outlined correctly. So I'm not even sure what you've been doing in your current position or your past position. So you want to be sure that your resume speaks to who you are. You want to be sure that resume also pulls in things that you want to do in that position, and based on the role that you're looking for, anything that intertwines that candidate to the role should be on that resume. It needs to be detail oriented. I've seen resumes that they're like 3 bullets explaining a job. That's not acceptable. You want to market yourself and sell yourself. So make sure that resume speaks to who you are, and that resume can link you to the position you're looking for. Work with someone who can actually help you build your resume. Make sure your resume is stellar in order for you to get that job. The second thing is your experience. Experience is top notch when it comes to looking for a job, landing that first role. If you don't have your experience, it's sort of hard to get the role. But there are various things other people, managers look at. You can brush up your resume, as I stated for the first tip. For this second tip, when it comes to that experience, you want to try to see how much stuff you've done that links you to that role. Make sure that you're giving details on that experience. A lot of managers are looking for experience for the position. Incoming student, we understand you may not have it, but if you do have it, make sure that it is noted on your resume. The next thing is you having that education. I cannot speak highly of how important it is for you to be educated. It takes precedent over a lot of stuff. In our country today, so much stuff is going on. And as you can see, even with the COVID issue that we have, a lot of people have been displaced out of work, or just fine-tuning what they want to do because you want job security and things like that. So educating yourself will give you that. And when it comes to being interviewed for a position, the education counts. The managers are looking at that education. They want to see what you've studied, what you've done, what your majors are. Those program studies all links you to the role. And if you have that, they love to see that you're able to take time out to educate yourself. So education is really, really key for that interview and landing that job. The next one is certification. Certification is great. It comes with the territory of being in school and you're about to graduate and you get certified. Once you're certified, that puts you in a category none like the other. If you have a student coming in without any type of experience, any type of great resume, that student is also a student who may have a certification due to something that they took maybe in a program that markets them a lot. So even though you may not have that full encore education background, your resume might not be on point, but if we see that you have that certification, that could help market you. But you want to make sure that you get your certification as soon as you're able to, or your credentials. They call them certification credentials, whichever one. Just make sure that you get that credential because it can land you that first job. It shows that you've taken the initiative to go an extra mile outside of just going to school to actually sit for an exam. An exam or credential are things that are specialties, and it shows that you are the expert or you do understand some sort of content related to that credential that you obtained. And the final thing is presentation. You want to be able to market yourself, sell yourself, do whatever it takes. Presentation is so imperative to landing that first job. There are many people who come for a job interview not dressed properly, not being able to answer the questions. You want to be able to answer questions that the manager asks you, not deterring away from the questions, but actually answering those questions. You want to dress in a professional attire so you look the part. You want to be able to speak, have an eye contact, as I am right now, and it's difficult to do because I'm still trying to understand this whole YouTube thing, but you still want to have that eye contact as you speak to your audience or you speak to the manager. So they're looking at you, they're looking at how you're performing, they're looking at how you dress, they're looking at how you present yourself, the language, the terms you're using markets you and make you more competitive. That is what a lot of managers such as myself look for when I'm interviewing a candidate. Be able to answer those questions as meticulous as you can. Use your critical thinking skills to say, this is what they're asking me, how do I respond? Also do your research. Research is important. If you do your research, you know about the company, you know about the agency, you know about the job role, the responsibilities. That helps to market you. So those are my 5 things that you need to keep in mind when you're going for an interview. If you don't have that information, if you don't have your education, your credentials, that resume up to par, your certification, and being able to present and market yourself, you have less chances of landing that first job. So make sure that is on point and you're preparing to sell yourself and you're preparing to be successful on your next job interview. I hope you found this video to be helpful. I hope you found it valuable. If you do, comment down below. Let me know some things that you look out for when you're going for your interview. Let me know if you have any questions, any other videos that you want me to do as it relates to HIM and being in that professional field. And I will see you guys on the next video.